All right. I'm not making a video to shit on Game of Thrones. I would never do that. That's blasphemy. I've watched this show since the end of season one or so, and it's the biggest show of my life. I think it's the best show of all time. It's been a huge deal to me. I feel like I've learned from the show. As you can see, it's literally on display. This is like the front of my house, and if you drive by, you'll see a huge Stark sigil in front of my house. So just to get that out of the way, I love the show. I would never shit on it. But fuck, I couldn't sleep last night after watching the Battle of Winterfell. Let me back up a little bit. Watching the episode was amazing. At no point during when I was watching the episode was I unsatisfied or did I think that there was something wrong happening. Obviously, huge spoiler alert. This is only for people who've seen the show and people who give a shit. But after it was over, I sat there and just sat with my thoughts for a while. And I could not bring myself to really accept that this was the end of the Night King and this was the end of the hugest threat to the world and humanity, and it was just over and done with. What I felt was very, very easily. Obviously, there's been years building up to this, and Arya's gone through a crazy amount of training for years. It happened beautifully. It was a beautiful episode. I just feel like it was almost like, even saying all this out loud, like, feels like I'm talking shit, but I'm really not trying to do that. I just don't understand how to me, it seems like it was almost too easy. Like, it feels like the show went from being this realistic version of what life really is and how the bad guys win most of the time and how shit can go wrong anywhere at any time, just like life really is. And it went from that, the show went from that, and around season 5 or season 6, it started to feel like Disney bought the fucking rights to the show. I don't know. I just always liked the show because it was so real and so unforgiving. And it didn't follow the same guidelines as regular TV does. It showed us that even huge main characters can die at any moment. We went through the beheading of Ned Stark. We went to the Red Wedding. It set a mood almost to where you feel like anybody could go at any time. When the biggest battle in the entire history of the show happens, and for the most part, only side characters are the ones who died. Don't get me wrong. I know Theon was a big deal. I know, Jorah was a big deal. And those were amazing moments and, whatever. But fuck. I'm not complaining because no main characters died. That's not what I'm saying. I don't even mind that the people lived who lived. It's just like, I feel like it was done like another show. Like, think about it. Like, okay, let's break it down. Grey Worm was in the very, very beginning of that huge onslaught of whites that came like a fucking sea, and he survived. Jorah went straight headfirst with the Dothraki into a fucking sea of whites and then just trotted back, just like scared and half bloody. Then Jorah was trapped inside of Winterfell and somehow got free from all that shit he was in and found his way to Daenerys just in time. Sam died like 6 different times throughout the episode. And I didn't get that. I don't understand. I don't understand. And please, guys out there, tell me I'm not tripping. And like I said, I'm not trying to shit on the episode. I'm not trying to shit on the show. But fuck, I had to talk. I had to get my feelings out because Game of Thrones is, like I said, a huge deal to me. I legitimately was really close to getting Valid Morghulis and Valid Dohaeris on my arms, tattooed. I had Game of Thrones sigils on my car forever, for years. I have it obviously in the front of my house. It's a big deal to me. And I just felt so unsatisfied in a sense I watched the episode again a second time. And it was just as amazing the second time. But I can't lie. I just feel like the writing and the way that that entire situation went down, I don't know. I just expected more. The Night King didn't do shit. All he did was raise people from the dead, and then I think he commanded some whites to lay on the fire, and that was the total amount of fighting that he did and his boys did. Like, I was expecting to see this crazy white, sword fight type thing, and I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I love the show, but I don't know. Am I tripping? Am I wrong? Am I thinking too much into it? I've been trying to figure out what it is. I literally couldn't sleep last night. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you satisfied with the way that the last night episode was? Are you, where are you guys at with it? Because, like I said, it's still the greatest show of all time. And it'll still be, my favorite show of all time. But damn, I was not expecting that. And now we have 3 more episodes of what I'm hoping isn't just like some dumb political war show, like I feel like you like for years we were waiting for death and evil and the devil to try to destroy the world. And that came and went so fast in an episode almost. And now we have to go from fighting the devil and this evil Armageddon threat to fighting Cersei and all her bullshit. And it just seems so lackluster to me. Like, it seems so, I don't know. And I hope that in the next 3 episodes that, things turn around for myself and for the show or my whatever. But I don't know. I honestly thought that everyone was just going to die. And I thought that's how the show was going to be. In the back of my head, in my heart, like I really felt like that's what it was going to be. And it just seems so just almost artificial. If this is how the Night King really ends and this threat, I guess it is over. And it doesn't, and it also, it left me with like confused because the explanation, like who's the Lord of Light and how does that coincide with the children of the forest and the Night King and the god of death or the faceless god or whatever the fuck, Arya learned her shit from. Like, what does it all mean? Is this what you guys wanted to do? Did you want to leave us like this? Because if so, then you fucking did a great job. I love Game of Thrones. I can't wait for next week's episode. But fuck, it's about to be 4:20 too. I gotta smoke some. I love you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, for real, because I'm really, really curious as to like if I'm tripping or not. And if I'm the only one who feels this way. There's a couple other people who agree with me, but yeah. Love you guys. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.